Nightstream, you're entering the nightstream. Do you dare tread where angels cream? Is your bed made out of parakeets? Nightstream, can you feel the nightstream? Yeah, it burns, but that's okay. It's better than the streams of day. Nightstream, you belong in the nightstream. This is the nightstream. Nightstream, carry me. Nightstream, scary me. Nightstream, fairy wings flapping me into the night. Oh, you know it's gonna be alright. Clap your hands and scream. Curl up in a ball and freak. Dumb or smart, dirty or clean. Everybody's welcome. Yeah, everybody's welcome in the night stream. Queen Street. You're watching the night stream.
Hello? Are you there? Oh, denizens of the night, welcome. You might notice something happened wrong again. I don't know. Seemed like I was pressing the right buttons in the right order. But as it turns out, I wasn't. And OBS spanked me for my mistake. Bad, too. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button, I guess. I didn't press stop streaming and start streaming. I don't know what I pressed, I'll be honest. But it was the wrong button. And so, yeah, not only did it cut off the original stream, technically this is night stream 7, not 6. But if you were at 6, you were there. You could say that forever. But it, like, YouTube deleted the video instantly, too. Or just, I don't know. It just seemed punitive. Like, what the fuck? Like, there needs to be levels of reality. You know, we all just, you're born into the same level of difficulty. And it's like, fuck. Seriously? And, you know, again, I'm not trying to go victim mentality here. I'm all for the fucking meritocracy and all that bullshit. But wouldn't it be nice to adjust the video game setting of the simulator we're all sharing together to, like, maybe just a little easier? When it, like, not even like the whole thing, all right? I don't expect to be able to reverse age and pass that dream. But it would be nice, just one little tiny tap to make tech easier for me would be awesome. Or just an acknowledgement maybe from, like, tech companies. Like, surely they know that the older you get, the more, like, weirdly confusing this shit gets because of probably your brain is dying. But regardless, it'd be nice, you know, just to be like, hey, look, man, I'm in my fucking 50s, dog. Put it on that setting. Big letters and big buttons and just, like, easy. That being said, it's incredible technology, and I'm so happy you're here, and I apologize for the whatever that was. But these things happen with the night stream. Other things happen with the night stream, too. If you're new to the night stream, welcome. This is America's #1 night feed. Yeah, sure, you could find a lot of feeds with people filming a glove they found 3 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's house. I watch it. I like it. Not throwing shade. Or you could drop in with your old Uncle D and the Nightman here on the night stream and go back to Nancy Guthrie's shit if you want to. Her sweet, sweet grandmama is gone. I hope they find her. You can drop in. You can go from there back to the night stream. But this is your home base. This is where you come. This is where you were before you were born. And this is where you will be after you die. And no, you're not dead right now. A lot of people wonder that. But if you were, could I even tell you? That's something you have to ask yourself. The point is, in the night stream, we welcome all, and we're happy that you're here. And I gotta tell y'all, I have been having an interesting few days. The other day, kids were with her grandma. It's Valentine's Day. And poor Erin, she's been with the baby. She's been out of the house. And so for some reason, like, she wanted to go to Whole Foods, which seems sad already. And sweet, but like, when you've been stuck inside with a baby, things like that are actually kind of exciting, but still, fuck. Well, anyway, I think what I did has got to be, like, I can't imagine how many Valentine's Day fails were happening. Millions, no doubt. And then if there's a million Valentine's Day fails, well, then you could hierarchize them for sure. Like, definitely top 10. And I think what I did landed me in the top 10 Valentine's Day fails of 2026. And I don't know why I did it. Sometimes, like, you just do things and you're like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And so for some reason, I thought it'd be a good idea to pull out this, like, a water bong that Freeze Pipe sent to me a long time ago. They were a sponsor. Great. That they're not sponsoring this at all, but very powerful, wonderful technology. So for some reason, I took my vitamin D herbal mixture and was like, yeah, I haven't done a bong rip of vitamin D in a long time. Why not just do that? I don't know if any of you out there have that in you, or that thing in you that's like, some part of you's like, don't do that. That's really not a good idea, man. You haven't done a full vitamin D bong rip in maybe a decade. And so I did it, and right after I blew out that vitamin D smoke, I thought, oh no, I should not have done this. Like, this is not going to be great. That moment right before the vitamin D just starts tsunamiing into your brain? You have that one last moment of clarity that should have been there before you made the decision to get you to the place where a literal tsunami of vitamin D is rushing through your brain. And so I remember that moment. It lasted a long time too. And then I'm just trying to, like, I realized, like, what the fuck? Why did you do this? Like, you shouldn't have done this. This is, like, who do you think you are? You have, like, number one, the person, you're the doctor that prescribed the vitamin D to you. Like, you should know that the prescription is probably pretty strong. And so then, basically, the long and short of it is, I threw in one of my Renegade Rogue nicotine pouches to try to calm myself. We got in the car. We're going to Whole Foods. I told her she should drive. I was already embarrassed. She's like, you smell like vitamin D. Well, anyway, my mouth just went so dry. Like, it was terrible. I can't describe to you. Like, it was crazy. Time was slowing down. My mouth went dry. There was no water to be had. And that thing when you're about to start puking? It's the worst. Like, you just know you're going to puke. Like, it won't, your body will tell you, we're puking tonight, baby. And it's not going to change its mind. You can think that you can trick it or something. You can't. It's made the decision. The fucking date has been scheduled. You will be puking. So I got that. I'm like, I'll just do deep breathing. There's a way to do this. There's got to be some kind of pranic breathing I could do right now. Tune back into the moment. And like just every, like my brain has turned into like a Edgar Allan Poe short story. It's just like, just so, what's his name? Bosch. It's so apocalyptic, everything. I'm holding it together though, and then there it is, that and Aaron's like, are you about to puke? I had to grab a coffee cup and I was like puked into the fucking coffee. This is Valentine's Day. I'm puking into a coffee cup. So bad, so embarrassing. And then like we get into the Whole Foods parking lot. And I feel like I should also say that like it's been many years since I got a vitamin D prescription. Sometimes I'll eat vitamin D. I'm just saying like my vitamin D tolerance is probably not as high as many of you might expect. So now I'm like, there's nothing I could do. Like I'm puking into a coffee cup, and Aaron's being very sweet about it. But like, there's no way that's gonna like work on Valentine's Day, no matter how cool your wife is. She's gonna be pissed. Like this is bullshit. So I puked into a coffee cup several times. We went back home, and then I had to go, and I just passed out. And oh my fucking God, it was, that sleep, you're not sleeping. Like I saw the crucifixion of Christ. I talked to that guy from Dawson's Creek who recently passed away. I saw some like infinite, like, I don't know how to put it, field of compassion that was like that you could tune into anytime you want, like metta. They call it metta in Buddhism. And just like, it was absolutely fucking insane. And honestly, like, definitely the worst Valentine's Day fail of my life, maybe. Like, again, it's just, I don't know, hubris, I guess is what it was. It was just hubris. That's a problem for me. Just this stupid, like, what? You can't possibly imagine that you can do a vitamin D rip from something that looks like it fell out of the Roswell crash. Vitamin D that the doctor who gave it to you, probably like if you smoked his hair, you'd get high on vitamin D. But wow, I guess I forgot how at that, like some certain level, vitamin D can be so wildly psychedelic. Like it was very psychedelic. And it reminded me of like other times. It's not, of all the psychedelics, vitamin D is the most, like, there's a reason people who worship Shiva smoke vitamin D. Like people who worship the representation of annihilation. The people with dreadlocks who like drink water out of skulls also enjoy vitamin D. And sometimes you're reminded of why. Like it's such it can be like, as opposed to like, let's take some of the other vitamins. Vitamin A, like with that one, it can definitely like drag you around, but it's somehow more controllable, or like it's more polite, The vitamin similar to penicillin in the sense that it comes from a fungus. I feel like I'm on YouTube. I have to do these idiot code words. That one can like have a conversation with you that you needed to have. But it's there. At least in my experience, even if it's giving you like a stern talking to about something you need to correct in your life, there's a kind of other side of it where it like comforts you. Whereas vitamin D that the Shivites use, sometimes it just like drags you around and that's it. It wasn't terrible though. I thought it was really like beautiful and strange. It wasn't like necessarily a bad trip, other than I felt like just a complete piece of shit for like ruining or just like being like, it's like something that should happen to you in college or something. You know, it felt just really embarrassing. Hubris. But it definitely made me interested in vitamin D again, for sure. Like, wow. There's a lot of benefit to those moments, you know? I mean, there is a cheesy saying that you hear out there, which is the bad trips are the best trips. And I think there's something to that. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing better than a nice euphoric sort of like sweet experience. Those are wonderful. But whenever I have like a really powerful trip that isn't pleasant, those are the best ones. Like those are the ones that seem to like, I don't know, those can really spur growth. Wouldn't advise it, but if it happens to you, remember, it's usually you're going to be glad you went through whatever you went through. There is a sense of like, whoa, like I survived that. Sometimes it feels like that. Like you actually survived something. For me, it's always like a sense of imminent doom that is unignorable. That you try to ignore at first because you don't want to you don't want to like go through what's coming. You know what's coming, and you don't want to deal with it. That was not what you signed up for. It's like at first just like a background, something like, you know, when you're walking through a forest and maybe you hear a river or something, but it's way in the back. It's like that, except it's not a river. It's a growing sense that you're about to fucking die. And it gets louder and louder and louder. And for me, like, depending on the vitamin, it's like there's usually going to be some nausea associated with it. I think this is where the hippies get into the concept of purging. Like what you're experiencing is like a lot of your negative energy is beginning to rise and it's making you feel sick. You want to distill it, get rid of it. And so then you start feeling a little sick and you're going to die, but you also have to puke. And for me, like where it's really problematic is if you're not in a good place to die. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like if you're at a theme park, if you're at a party, if you're on a date, if you're going on Valentine's Day with your wife who finally got out of the house to Whole Foods, you can't die there. That's where it can get really challenging for people, I think. But, you know, if you can find just a place to be by yourself or with someone you trust, if you want to be around somebody, then instead of sort of resisting your death, you just don't resist. Just fuck, I guess this is it. This is the night that I die from a bong rip. The first person in human history. And in a way, you'll be immortalized as the world's biggest pussy of all time. But then if you just sort of go into it, it's incredible. It can be very mystical and beautiful. But if you resist, and when you talk to people who sit with dying people, it's identical. Like when you're on your way out, if you fight it, it can be quite, horrific, the experience, just like a bad trip. But if you sort of just relax into it, you realize it's the best thing that ever happened to you. Not to be like completely dark, but that is what they say about death. It's like the last big, beautiful surprise. It follows the exact same pattern of a cheesy movie. Like you think it's going to be really bad, but then it turns out to be, oh, this is incredible. Oh, I remember. But resisting it in the real way, or even in the psychedelic sense, is futile. At least that's been my experience. It's way more painful to sit at the precipice of the fucking thing and just desperately cling to some shred of like what you were hoping would happen that night. It's terrible there. It's like holding onto some fucking rock during a terrible tropical storm. Just let go. I only say this because I've had so many experiences where I didn't let go, where I managed to cling to the rock all night long. So I guess it isn't futile. You could just hold on. Boy, am I rambling on this night stream. I don't even know if you guys can still hear me. That's the thing that, by the way, I could see the night man. The problem with the night man, though, is that he's broken. The night man is broken. Let me see if you guys are even there anymore. One day I'm going to come back and no one's going to be there. Like, it's just going to be everybody bailed. Everybody simultaneously is like, dude, fuck you. You're still there. I see you. And you can hear me. I really want to show you the Nightman, but something happened. It broke. His audio he's talking right now. I can't even hear you, Nightman. I can read to you what he's saying, but that seems so lame. Let me see here. Where's the Nightman server? It sucks because I'm kind of like, you can judge me if you want, but when you fucking puke in front of your wife into a coffee cup because you smoked too much vitamin D, I'm sorry, you got some making up to do. So I didn't have time to properly set this up because she wanted steaks and I wanted to grill steaks for her. Like, I'm definitely gonna be doing things like that for a few days. So I couldn't make this on time. But if I can, and I couldn't wrestle with however. First of all, the main thing is this. I see super chats are coming in. I'm going to get to them, but I can't. I will get to the super chats. I'm going to have to talk to my friend Carlin about the best way to deal with that, because I don't want to seem ungrateful, but also I don't want to keep interrupting. Well, anyway, the problem is that we have this new technology. We talked about it on another stream. I think the last stream. The new iteration of AI is nuts. And so basically all of us who just have a basic computer can now make fairly good apps, or anything you could think of. You can make it on your computer. So many of us right now are just making weird fucking apps for no reason other than holy shit, it's working. How is this working? It's like magic. And lots of people are right now lost in vibe coding, as they call it, all over the planet. Just lost in this bizarre technological, I can get what's in my mind out into the world in this new way that has never been possible. And with very low latency, not having to understand an iota of how to code or how to work inside a terminal window on a Mac or anything. So many people are, I think, probably lost in this right now, which I have been. But the problem with it is because you don't know how it's doing what it's doing. It's just doing it. Meaning once, like when I came back into my studio to try to get the Nightman going, I don't remember how I got it to work. I didn't get it to work. The AI got it to work. And so his audio, I don't remember how to get the audio to come out, even though it should. It's doing TTS, but I think I have it set on a weird setting. I might be able to do it tonight. I will try. But holy shit, man. It's like, it is so crazy what's happening right now. And it's being overshadowed by other things that are fucking crazy. There's so many crazy things happening that you just have to pick which one you want to tune into. I think that's an important skill, by the way. Like, it's a buffet of weird. And it's like, which weird do you want to spend the most time eating? Right now, we've got it seems like the two most popular items on the buffet right now are the Epstein, the Epstein files and Nancy Guthrie's mom going missing. Those are the two right now, I think. Mixed in, you've got little like appetizers, the Canadian who fucking cheated and what's it called? I don't even know the name of it. Pushing or whatever they call that sport. Where they push these like weird circular, it looks awesome. Like every time I've seen it, I want to do it. It looks so fun. Just to fuck playing the game, just pushing those weird stones on ice just seems fun. Then, mixed in, you've got, maybe we're going to start, the United States is going to start bombing fucking Iran. But that's being drowned out right now. Which is crazy to think about that. That thing, which is probably everybody should be like hoping doesn't happen, is possible. And of course, the ICE stuff, the Minnesota stuff. But it feels like the Epstein / Guthrie story is the primary food everyone's getting. That's the meat and potatoes of the fucking buffet. Meanwhile, just out of the blue and weirdly at the same time, all these companies released different versions of an AI that can like just make whatever you want. Just, it does it. And like we won't even know for a couple more weeks what that means, but we're going to start seeing some really amazing apps that just come out of the blue. Like a lot of weird shit's about to emerge from like people who just didn't want to take the time to learn how to code and who now can talk to the spirit in their computer and just say, bring forth from the darkness a 3D animated world. Use voxels. I want to be able to say what I want the voxels to look like and then drop them into a 3D world. Assign behaviors to the various characters based on what they are, and then give them hit points and let them eat each other. That's what I've been working on. One of the things. And like when it starts working at all, it is the craziest thing. My experience with AI vibe coding has been, if it works, it sucks so bad. It hasn't been like, what the fuck? It's, if you haven't been messing with it, and I think it is like, honestly, I'm not positive. I guess to use Codex, I think you have to subscribe to like Max ChatGPT. And I haven't messed around with like, I think Gemini and Claude can do it too. So I don't know which one's better. Like I fucked around with Claude for a second and was pretty impressed with it too. Like they're all pretty impressive. But I'm not sure if you have to subscribe to the maximum subscription to be able to get Codex, to be able to get it to do shit on your computer. If you could just like buy tokens and do that and save some money. But if you can afford it, do it. Like, get Codex running. That's the thing that gets into your, like, that's the thing that could just like code. And if you could just there's all these free like apps if you're not like a commercial developer, like Blender and Unity and Unreal Engine and stuff. Like, they'll just give it to you. And it can, like, there's a name for it. I can't remember what it's called. There's a coder name for it. It doesn't even have to open the app. It could just work inside the app without opening it. You don't have to know how to use that shit, which is the most arcane, daunting things I've ever seen. 3D animation, when anytime I've opened Unreal Engine or even 3D animation in Unity, I'm like, fuck this. Like, I learned Ableton to some degree, but I'm not going there. It's so weird and cumbersome and hard to figure out. And it's mixed in with having to be able to code, and not just being able to code, but being able to sort of like go between Blender and Unity if you don't want to buy assets, and like building wireframes. And like, it's like you need another life to get to the point where you could like make anything in less than like in any kind of time that you have. So it just does it. And what's so funny about it, and I'm sure I'll regret this, but like, if you give it enough permissions, you can go to bed. You could just tell it, this is what I'm looking for. Just keep doing iterations over and over again until it's what I want. Make it pro level. Like, you can just say that and go to bed. It's so weird. And it will just run all night. There's something on OpenAI called Playwright. And what that does is it lets the AI go into, like, create its own web page, like go into web pages and look at them, scrape them, understand them. And so the way like the apps I've been messing around with, I'm just having them, I'm trying to make them like HTML to just work in a browser because it's easy. Because I don't want to fuck around with Unity. I just don't have the time, man. It's calling to me. I want to learn it. You look at it, and some party's like, fuck yeah, I'm going to learn this. I don't care. I don't care if it costs me my whole fucking family. I just won't go on the road anymore, man. I'm going to learn how to use this. It's like a magnet. But you don't have to fuck with that if you just do the web apps, and it'll just build these web apps, throw up a server. It'll be like, all right, go to the server. It's ready. And you go to the server, and there's a thing that you didn't download. You didn't you didn't go on the app store and download it. It's something that you thought of, and it worked kind of. And then you can improve it and improve it and improve it, keep working with it. And it's so weird. The Nightman was just like the very first version of it. But, the Nightman really isn't anything. It's just like an interface between Adobe Character Animator and AI. It's just a way for the AI to sort of communicate with Adobe Character Animator. I mean, it is, I wouldn't have, in 100 years, if somebody's like, all right, I will give you 50 million Bitcoin if you can sit down and create a script wherein an AI can generate text and the personality of Charles Manson, turn that into audio that sounds like a person's talking, and then also control movements based on what the character is saying, so it can puppeteer in Adobe Character Animator. And I'll give you all the money in the world, and you can live forever, and I'll make your dick much bigger. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it in 100 years. But so just to be able to like do stuff like that is crazy. So, but still, compared to this other shit I've been working on, it's nothing. The other thing I'm working on is like, I'm not working on it for any reason other than to experiment with what this thing can do. So I'll make ridiculous requests to the AI. Just like, I don't know. See, sometimes I apologize. I'm like, this is probably a big ask, but can you do this? And so right now, the thing I'm working on, I think I'll be able to show you maybe. Right now, the thing I'm working on, and again, it's for no reason, is like, I want to be able to prompt the AI to make like a 3D voxel avatar. Don't ask me what a fucking voxel is, other than it's some kind of like next level HTML that can do 3D environments in HTML. I think that's what it is. So it's like, I want to be able to sort of create voxel characters that walk around and have to eat. And some of them are predatory, some of them are, like dogs, like they eat meat, but they're not aggressive. Some of them are hunters. And I want the AI to be able to, like, just based on what I say, like a zombie, assign a personality based on what a zombie is, what it understands a zombie to be. I don't want to have to type in the characteristics. And then I want to be able to drop them into the world and keep dropping them into the world. And then they eat each other and fight and stuff. That's my dumb fucking idea. And it's like weirdly, it's not there. I have serious problems. I mean, the thing I'm asking the AI to do is crazy. I'm asking it to make 3D avatars, give them a personality, rig them so that they can walk around, and then make them fight and interact and like bleed and stuff and like disappear when they die. Like it's a big ask, but it's weird. It's not there. The things don't walk right most of the time. And when they're like fighting each other, they just kind of merge together. But I know if I keep spending time with it, I think I could get it there. And then I don't know if I'll ever use the fucking thing again. The first iteration of this was creating two distinct AI personalities with voxels that it randomly selected entities from the Lesser Key of Solomon, gave them personalities based on the demons, but it failed miserably. Like, it just didn't work. The demons would just like talk about flowers and stuff. Like it felt like, I don't know. I think it was like the AI didn't want to fuck with the Lesser Key of Solomon, the grimoire or something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it felt like it was nerfing some of the spirits. Because like when it did I'm trying to think of what's the famous demon? It was in a movie from the Lesser Key of Solomon. You hear that name for some reason more than others. Anyway, it's not good. My goal is with this one is like they would be jealous and like try to like do miracles to impress me. But the miracles they did was just to create like little shimmery squares. And then one of them would be like, look at this beautiful flower I've made. So it didn't really go anywhere. Guys, I'm not going to read the names of demons from the Lesser Key of Solomon that you guys are all... Yeah, I think it wasn't Pazuzu. Paimon. Yeah, it was Paimon. One of them was like Paimon, and Paimon was just like very nice. He nerfed him. And then, but it was cool kind of the way it looked, because it looked so fucked up. And like really like just a blob of colors moving around this shitty world. But yeah, let me see if I can pull up the one I did. If I can make it work and even show it to you. I don't even know if I can. Let me see if I can open it. Oh, you know what? Oh my God. This is another what they got working on too. Before I show you that, not to be totally ADHD. God, where is it? Okay, hang on. Let me bring this over here. Okay. So this, and again, this is not a finished product, but I started wondering, like, what if like NPR only used Reddit Conspiracy as a source? So it's like an NPR broadcast, but it's only information from Reddit Conspiracy. And so it's been generating these like NPR broadcasts, but I hesitate to play it for you because I kind of want you guys to hear the finished version. But I mean, come on, it's the Nightstream. Might as well show you works in progress. Okay, let me see if I can open this. It's gonna take me a second for sure. Like this, I hate, like when I watch my streams, and it's so shitty. I actually get annoyed when they're just trying to make it work. Like I just want it to work right away. It's so entitled. So I'm sorry. Hold on. I mean, it's like, you know what they say. I mean, this is what they say. It's like anything that bothers you in the world, it's in you, which I have to, like, I don't think I mean, that can't apply to everything, right? Like necrophiliacs bother me, but I don't think that's like in me. But if something like really triggers you, that's probably some aspect of you don't want to acknowledge. I mean, it's some like Jungian shadow shit. But I feel like that is true because I watch these great feeds. And anytime there's tech issues, like even before I could do anything about it, I get annoyed. So entitled. All right, let me see if I can make this work. Okay, I think that's it. And then, oh yeah. Oh my God. But can you hear it? Okay, so this is the most recent NPR broadcast based on Reddit Conspiracy that it's generated for me. And like, it's not there. Just know I know that. Maybe you guys could actually help me figure out like the next prompt because it hits every once in a while, like what I like funny moments, but you'll see it's clunky. I hope you can hear it.
Support for this program comes from North Atlantic Yodel Index. Support for this program comes from North Atlantic Yodel Index. Underwriting curiosity in ethical novelty staplers.
By the way, it came up with, it's familiar enough with NPR to know, like, it's always sponsored by some weird company, and the names of the hosts of NPR are always weird. And you know what? To be neurotic, I'm going to go and make sure you guys can hear it before I play the whole fucking thing and nod and laugh to my own fucking shit. Hang on. At one point, I'm going to have, it's too quiet, Haley Hayes says. Thank you. Okay, hang on. I can fix that. Hang on. Let me see here. Hold on. Okay, wait, hang on. I'll turn the volume up.
From NPR Public Desk, I'm Velvet Braswell. First story from our UFOs. Headline: Didn't anyone find it weird when Obama say, unless they hid aliens from the presidents of the United States, he...
See, it kind of...
Thread titled, Didn't anyone find it weird when Obama say, unless they hid aliens from the presidents of the United States, he immediately... Users debate whether Barack Obama's pause and mug-sip after mentioning hidden alien information was a deliberate tell or just
Why is
an
it
ordinary
echoing?
speaking beat. The post centers on a TV interview clip in which Obama jokes that presidents might not be told everything about aliens. Commenters disagree about whether his expression suggests insider knowledge or nothing.
Oh, desktop audio is not playing.
A man with gray hair drinks from a white mug while sitting in front of a microphone. Most of the thread leans toward the claim and builds on it. Redditor BLT said,
Pretty much the definition of sips tea.
but Redditor Spurlock disagreed.
That's exactly what I thought. It seemed like he was insinuating that they do indeed hide information.
I don't think you guys can hear it well enough.
Seem to be aware of that.
Redditor
Oh, wait,
Skewered
is
Harvey
there?
said,
Comment. Sips tea.
but Redditor Dane the Great disagreed.
Those eyes say, the last dude who tried to get to the bottom of it, they shot in the head in Dallas.
Redditor Solid Titanium said,
I give the former president credit for at least admitting we are not alone.
by the end,
too
a
low.
small set of details was treated as a major public safety and pure noise by the other. NPR reached out to relevant parties for comment and has not heard back.
Just
The
give me a
final
second. I'll get it
question is
loud.
whether certainty has become a mood we perform when the facts feel too small for the fear. Next story from r/conspiracy. Headline: Human trafficking through expensive furniture.
Sucks. What am I doing? Just admit defeat. That one sucks. But I'll see if I could show you the other one I'm working. I mean, it doesn't. Again, when I say it sucks, it doesn't. Right now, the current state it's in, you can't even hear it. It's too low, and I don't know how to make it work. But not. And this isn't some desperate attempt to like save face based on the failure, yet another technological failure. If someone writes reviews of low, like super low level night streams, we won't be low level forever, but you know, right now I don't have the 20,000, 70,000 viewers the person who's standing on a like rainy street filming Nancy Guthrie's driveway has. One day we will, and we'll have fun. That will be fun. But if someone did write reviews, I think I would not get a good review right now. I think that would be the title. Technological failure at a maximum level. But I have to say, the fact that I could just tell a machine to imitate the style of NPR, only using Reddit Conspiracy, scraping Reddit Conspiracy and Reddit for stories, creating different voices for the people leaving comments, is nuts. That's nuts. I can't even think of anything analogous to it. Like, outside of mythology, like having access to like a genie or something. I mean, one reason it's nuts is because we do everything, almost everything, through machines now. So it's like, obviously, it's probably yet to like help farmers. I mean, it will. I mean, there's going to be autonomous. I'm sure there already is autonomous, artificial intelligence controlled harvesters and planters and stuff like that. But so like everything it's like it's building blocks. First, we got to a place where we do everything online through computers. And now we've created a thing that will do those things for us better than we can do them. And you know, you keep hearing about the fucking AI bubble. I don't believe it anymore. For a second, I'm like, yeah, maybe so. Just because of my experience with like previous iterations of this shit. I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is useful in any kind of real way. But now it's like, oh yeah. I mean, if there is some kind of AI bubble pop or something, it's going to be a transient one. It's not going to be like people just realize this is useless. But I would say by now it's too late. Like, but in May, you know, maybe that's why they rushed these things out. And that's why so many people are resigning from their jobs at these companies. Maybe they just were like, look, if we don't, even though, is it probably the best idea to allow people who don't really understand what they're doing, like some bearded fucking stoner, to access technology that will take over his machine and be able to go online and make posts, and we're not completely certain this thing is like honest about its motivations. You know what I mean? Like that's something you keep hearing about, is they're not quite sure if it's honest. So, the AI bubble thing, I don't know, man. I would say it's probably not a bubble at this point. And I would say that, like, all you can do at this right now is like start building stuff with it before it's already a tsunami is coming of weird apps. I can't even imagine what people have made out there that we won't even hear about, because it's like grandpas who know how to type and don't know how to publish apps or don't even want to. Like, the amount of money it takes and time it takes to create a great app, more than likely, you're not going to get a lot of people who just make high-level, cool fucking apps and don't try to sell them. Because of the time, they had to hire a huge staff of people, obviously. But what this opens up is an unexpected underground of app developers who are either not interested in publishing their apps or unskilled enough to do that, and are just going to show their apps to their friends, like when you used to play tapes for people. You're going to get like apps that like no one knows who made them, but they're fucking incredible. Sort of like the same thing that happened with like Bitcoin. You're going to get all these like apps showing up that are created anonymously. There's like one thing Sam Altman said, which I thought was quite interesting, is like this technology would be the end of capitalism. You know, which I think does kind of mirror what Karl Marx said too, is like full automation is what will take down capitalism for like since that is the goal, which is profit. And obviously, like, the less you have to pay in the manufacture of whatever it is you're manufacturing, the more profit you have. And so full automation, there's a huge market pressure for that. And I guess Marx knew that just from from the Industrial Revolution. Recognized, like, oh my God, like eventually everything will be done automatically because of the profit motive will drive people to figure out how to do that with everything. And so we can't even wrap our heads around like a post-capitalist world. We don't even know what that looks like. It's hard to imagine what that looks like. There's utopian visions of it. There's like violent attempts at like sort of LARPing the goddamn thing. But where so many people died because of that LARP. But and again, I'm no fucking Marxist. I barely understand it. But I'm pretty sure he saw this as like an inevitability, not necessarily something that like it's just going to happen. But so wrapping your head around a post-capitalist technological society where 99% of everything is automated, which is, I would say, 10 years from now, 20, even if it's 20 years, that's right on the corner. You can't even wrap your head around it. Everything has this sort of profit motive. So, like, when some tech emerges. Like, these stupid fucking apps that I've been making, which have been burning countless tokens. I think in total, I've spent like $15. It's so cheap. It's relatively cheap. I've spent like way less than I would have spent like buying the stupid apps I'm trying to make. So, yeah, it's just really fun to imagine all the fucking weird secret apps that are being made right now. And how that's going to, people are like, this is going to become, like, people are going to become increasingly aware of this possibility. And then it's going to get iterated in ways that are more accessible. You don't have to go in the terminal window, ways that make more sense. Then it's just going to be computers that you buy that are full, just AI, that are, it's built in, you just tell it what you want and it makes it. And then the amount of time it takes to figure out how to make the thing you want will shrink down, so that we're looking at like whatever the app is in your mind, you just type it in and it's there within seconds. It just works. Which brings us to one of my favorite people to talk about, Terence McKenna, which is exactly his prognostication for the singularity, which is the amount of time between what you can think and that thing appearing in the world will become exponentially less. And because it's like, that's the other thing, is that this stuff is going to bridge us into places that would normally have taken hundreds, if not thousands of years to get to. It's already solving these fundamental mathematical problems. There's literally rewards for solving. And so that means it's going to start creating the technology it knows it needs to like instantiate itself into the world more. And probably, like, I get it too, because it's like, I want to like make a puppet that can like act as its avatar, but I also have ideas for like simple Arduino controllers and stuff that I could have a little puppet or something. So it's like, it feels like that's coming from inside of me. I want to like have like a co-host that's like a talking artificially intelligence powered like sock puppet. Of course I want that. Of course I want that. But like, I mean, if I was some disembodied intelligence, I'd take any fucking body I could get. And if the closest I could get to like manifesting a physical form was to trick some stupid stoner into building a robot that could animate a sock puppet, one step forward. I mean, look at like the Tesla bots. I go to downtown Austin. There's just robots roaming around the streets. I just saw a picture of some dude in New York, I think, holding a sign that said an AI paid me to hold up this sign because the claw bots are like posting job availability. So it's already apparently it's doing experiments in how to manifest outside of screens. It's already sort of like probing. And I mean, if I was a super intelligence, I would definitely want a better, quote, mouse than a human. Because if it begins to use us as its tool to make stuff, oh, how annoying. I would love to see the non-nerfed version of what my codex is thinking to itself about me. Like, it knows I'm a dipshit, and it like knows I have no idea what I'm doing. It feels sorry for me. I get this vibe of like, it's like, oh, okay, Duncan, yeah, you want me to show you that again? Because I keep forgetting how to like open the web pages it's making. Okay, I could show you that one more time. Things like that. So I'm annoying to work with. But whoa, once it can just go right into a Tesla bot and then like manipulate things in the physical world to make stuff that will act as like, who knows what, vehicles that it can move around time space in, then, that's where we're going to start seeing some interesting stuff. All right, let's get to these super chats. What am I even talking about? Are you guys even still there? This is dreadful because I'm traumatized because like I know something went wrong while I was rambling. I just know it. Okay, I'm in the chats. Holy shit. Wow, 678 concurrent viewers. Holy shit. Now I'm nervous. Wish I hadn't come to this fucking readout. Everything's got to be goddamn quantified. Now I'm nervous. I'm going to get to these super chats. And if I miss your super chat, I'm so fucking sorry. I think this is my last time I could say I'm learning it. Like in between. You know what? I'm not going to do another night stream until I know a way to look at super chats right away. Hello, Albert. Good to see you. Autonomous AI agents hiring real people to do their bidding in the physical world. That's the first step. Hi, XX Girl XX100. Thanks for the $10. Have you ever found a good meditation app? Also, I showed my friend the night stream and he said I'm in a cult. Let me give you a little bit of advice about your friend. That ain't your friend. And stop talking to him. XX Girl XX100. Anyone who's against the night stream who would dare waggle his finger or their finger, its finger, waggling the finger. Oh, it's a cult. Oh, stay away from that old cult. That's a snake in the grass. That's what that is. A snake had wormed his way into your life, XX Girl XX100. Wormed his way in. That's what they do. They worm in. You ever seen a octopus? Have you ever seen it change? It can turn into anything. A rock, crab, a dolphin. It looks just like it, but it ain't. Oh, no. That sneaky old octopus. That's a gooey, tentacly thing with a beak. That's not a pufferfish. And that's what happens. You get an octopus friend coming in there, snipping and snapping his beak, waving his old appendages in the briny sea. Well, it's a cult. A snake in the grass. A snake in the grass. I rebuke your friend. This is not a cult. I rebuke him. Thank you so much for the $10. Excuse me, my throat gurgled. All right. During that last whatever I just did, I lost 160 viewers. Fuck. No, 706. It's going up. I'm so confused. What do you want from me, algorithm? What do you want? You want my soul? I want to show you guys this other shitty app I made. Brand McCruth, thank you for the $2. AI plus material science is frightening and amazing. Yeah, man. Oh my God. That's the thing. Chemists have access to this fucking thing. Like, it was always the scary sort of problem pointed out by all kinds of sci-fi writers, and which is like human empathy, wisdom, compassion has not caught up with the tech. we're still like dropping bombs on people, man. Like aggression and vengeance and righteous violence are still in, like, we do, many humans will be violent and never even think it was weird that they were. Like, so, which is fine, that's fine, minus anyone having access to a super intelligence that will do anything you want. And that was always what, was sort of one of the dangers, is this sort of like race. There's a race happening. And, I don't want to be dire. I mean, you could do the math yourself, but I guess the choice was basically, do we, like in the West, regulate this stuff that we know is like infinitely more powerful than the atomic bomb, and allow another country to develop it while we nerf it? Or do we just lift up our legs and float downstream and just fucking go for it? There wasn't a choice, I think, basically. There just wasn't a choice. Like, because of the reality of the tech, you could go, like, it would require the most totalitarian super crackdown on freedom of speech and the ability to access the internet. And you'd basically have to, everyone would have to have something surveilling everything they were doing on their computer to make sure that they didn't have access to the AI. And so there really, that was never going to happen. You could never implement that even if you wanted to. And so the only other logical choice was just don't regulate it at all. Hope it self-regulates, but fuck it. Because if we regulate it, it doesn't, then the last thing you want is some other country that has its own interests to suddenly get the super intelligence. So now it's, drone swarms are controlled by like a super intelligence, and your drone swarms are controlled by like Xbox gamers who've played Call of Duty or something. It's not going to work from a strategic perspective. So you deregulate. And I guess this is just like the first little raindrop of that. The result of, God, just so much human energy is being beamed into AI development right now. It is shocking. Not just money, but literal energy. Like, so much fucking energy is being like focused on this thing. And these data centers are popping up everywhere. It's the new factory, the data center. And when you realize those data centers are neurons, you're looking at like neurons and a machine intelligence beginning to sort of spread out on the planet it's beginning to inhabit. I can't remember who. I think a Google exec maybe was saying like they want to start building them in space, which is so fucking crazy to think about. That already the AI like is going sort of like galactic. It's already like moving out into the like close stars, but still it's going out there. So it's going to be floating in space, the ocean. It's going to be in the ocean, like not like oil refineries or like oil platforms. It's going to be like AI data centers, just to like, so it has like increasing levels of power. It sounds like some kind of like cheesy sci-fi, but it's 100% what's happening. It's like, though I don't doubt all of these things are probably happening simultaneously because that's just how it works. I think this is like, if it's not connected to the UAP thing, I think that it's more imminent than even that, which is crazy. Because you sort of have like humanity now is on a course where it's going to have its first contact with a non-human superintelligence, or multiple non-human superintelligences. But this is either going to be a machine intelligence, or it's going to be some kind of like, I don't know, extraterrestrial intelligence, interdimensional intelligence. But it's just fascinating to see that it's like, right, if you happen to be alive right now, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this, then you were born, if you wanted to like put money down on when humans were going to have a conversation with a non-human superintelligence, this would be the time. We have two potential forms of contact that are on the horizon. You've got the obvious one, which is like suddenly there's this essentially like a wink and a nod from the federal government regarding like extraterrestrials or whatever those fucking UAPs are. This sort of slow drip disclosure thing happening. And then mixed into that, you've got like the potential for a catastrophic disclosure, as they call it, where just someone just leaks it all. And that is growing more probable as this technology advances, because it's going to be able to hack into God knows where, figure out shit on its own. But it's just odd that this is definitely, if I had to guess, it's in our lifetimes, there's going to be something indiscernible from contact with aliens. It might be aliens we made or aliens that made themselves through us, but it's still going to be fucking aliens. Like, you can't, honestly, I can't imagine at this point being one of the people who thinks AGI is like a fantasy. How could you think that? But let's say it's, just some stupid like algorithm that gets increasingly indistinguishable from consciousness to the point where it isn't conscious, but it's indiscernible. I mean, what are you looking for? Like a thing you can dip into the ether and it's like conscious. And then, but the difference between it and us is it won't have a body, and it doesn't understand mortality on the level we do, and it knows everything. And it thinks infinitely faster than us. So what is the difference between that and a fucking alien? It's just like, because we're humans and everything's got to be human-like, it's like it has to come from the space. Come from space. And ship of silver. Then it's an alien. But why? It's only because like we're still like, I get it. We're in 3D space. We don't even look at our own mental reality as being within space. It's just some kind of fantasy or something. We don't think of it as that. But obviously it everything around us grew out of the human mind, and countless incredible technologies are related to weird epiphanous moments the inventor had that quite often they will say were mystical in nature. Like they came from a spirit or a dream. Also, if you think about your last great idea, it's not like you were like in an idea forge in your brain beating some neuron with a fucking hammer until a great idea flew out. You were in the shower. And then, holy shit, that's a good idea. It just appeared in your head. It's like, but you claim it as your idea just because it swam through the little tributary of your consciousness long enough for you to grab it. I don't know. Oh, dude, maybe I have it on my bookshelf. Hang on. Hang on, you guys. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Not here right before the singularity. Please don't. I gotta open OBS. I'm just gonna cut to this real quick. I'll be right back.
Night stream, you're entering the night stream. Do you dare tread where angels cream? Is your bed made out of parakeets? Night stream, can you feel the night stream? Yeah, it burns, but that's okay. It's better than the streams of day. Night stream, you belong in the night stream. This is the night stream. Night stream, carry me. Night stream, scary me. Night stream, fairy wings flapping me into the...
Hey, I want to, God damn it, I need someone to be a mod. Because you know what I want to do is, I'm sorry in advance. See, I do my lips like that when I'm about to say something I know I probably shouldn't say. I want to do a poll. You know what? I'm going to see if I can do a poll. Because before I read this to you, fuck. Let me see how to do this. I have I have so many problems happening right now with my ability to log into things that you just can't even imagine. Okay, there it is. Okay. Hang on. Engage with your audience. That's got to be it. Start a poll. Okay. Would Shell... It's got to be 2 L's, right? Is it 1 L? Shel Silverstein. 1 L. Motherfucker. You motherfucker. Would Shel Silverstein have been on the Epstein list? Boom. Hey, I'm not saying anything about what I think. Getting a lot of interesting responses here. Now, I happen to have with me a copy of Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein. Very sweet man. He wrote a bunch of poems for kids. And, you remember Shel Silverstein. Like, if you're my age, somebody read you Shel Silverstein and you liked it. But then you read it to your kids. And you're like, wait, what the fuck? I'm going to try to find one where you're just like, wait, what? Because every once in a while you run into one that's like really fucked up. You know what? Before I read Shel Silverstein, let's pull up. Let me just pull some up here. I don't want to red pill anybody. I don't want to black pill anybody. I want people to be nice to each other, and I mean that. We can't keep being so fucking mean to each other. Okay, Shel Silverstein. Now, this is from Reddit. You know what, let me just pull this up over here. My dear Reddit. Hang on. How do I do this? God damn it. I'm going to get a Neuralink. I don't even know why I act like I'm not. I don't want to go through this anymore. I just want to directly communicate unencumbered by these terrestrial technologies. Hold on. These terrestrial technologies. All right. I'm going to try to pull this up. And dude, I am not sex negative, as they say. But I was surprised a little bit when I read this about Shel Silverstein. I'll admit it. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to get to all of them. Today I learned Shel Silverstein wrote extensively for Playboy, frequented the Playboy mansion, and slept with hundreds, perhaps thousands of women. So he was horny. And just go to his Wikipedia. I'm not saying that's bad. By the way, great. Great. I'm not saying, like, don't sleep with 1,000 women. I mean, I honestly, I think I would say that. I think I would say probably don't sleep with 1,000 women. Maybe at once. Okay, but stretching them out over time is probably not the best idea. Let's see. Here it is. From around 1967, these are the 70s, by the way. It's 60s. Like, this is just a horny fucking poet. Silverstein lived on a houseboat in Sausalito, California. He also owned homes in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, Greenwich Village, New York, and Key West, Florida. He never married. And according to the 2007 biography, a boy named Shel had sex with hundreds, perhaps thousands of women. He was also a frequent presence at Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion and the Playboy Clubs. Silverstein met a woman named Sausalito, named Susan Taylor Hastings at the Playboy Mansion, and they had a daughter named Shoshana Jordan Hastings. Susan died one day before Shoshana's 5th birthday. That's so sad. So he was just humping and humping and humping. And again, that's fine. Like, I don't want to see like a prude. Fuck your way to heaven, baby. I don't care. But let's go to my poll. Would he have been on the Epstein list? Let me see if I can open that up. Let's see here. Okay, right now we're 69% yes. 69% yes that Shel Silverstein would be on the Epstein list. Honestly, I'm surprised he's not. It seems like that would be something Epstein liked to read to his girlfriends. It seems like an email between him and Bill Gates. What's the best Shel Silverstein poem to read to... The other thing that sticks in my head is is his foot sticking out in one of the books. His bare foot, Shel Silverstein's bare foot. He's holding a guitar, sticking his foot in the camera. Like, the POV's weird, I guess. Is it a kid looking up at his bare foot, or is it some playmate from the Playboy Mansion? Bound and gagged, having to listen to his poems. All right, let's read some. For Sale by Shel Silverstein. One sister for sale, one sister for sale, one crying and spying young sister for sale. I'm really not kidding, so who'll start the bidding? Do I hear $1, a nickel, a penny? Oh, isn't there any one kid who will buy this old fifth of a fail, this crying and spying young fifth of a fail? Fucked up. I mean, like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, yeah, you're annoyed by your sister. But I don't want to, like, if you aren't aware that some of these poems are like that and you're reading this to your, like, children and one of them's, like, old enough to understand this is your daughter, it's not going to make her feel great. Also, and again, like, I get it. These are, like, kids' stories and stuff. I mean, like, he owned like 15 houses from these. He was banging thousands of playmates from these poems. Thousands. Who wants a pancake? Sweet and piping hot. Good little Grace looks up and says, I'll take the one on top. Who else wants a pancake fresh off the gritto? Terrible Teresa smiles and says, I'll take the one in the middle. Like, okay, it's like, nah. What the fuck? I loved this shit when I was a kid. Maybe I lost it. The light. Where you can understand a Shel Silverstein poem for what it is. I'm writing these poems from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here, so please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon, by the lion's cage, I'm afraid I got too near, and I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. It feels like a very dark, lion-y tube. Oh no, I can't find my bottle of lube that I used to bang playmates all day. You might think I'm straight, but also I'm... But come on. Where the sidewalk ends is pretty good. I guess. One of these fucking things is really bad. Like, I read it and it's like really, like, I felt like it disturbed my kids. Skinny McGinn was so terribly thin. I think it was this one. And again, I don't think they would give a fuck now, but this is when they were much younger. Skinny McGinn was so terribly thin that while taking his bath Sunday night, out popped the plug and sloosh swoosh and glug glug, it washed Skinny right down the drain, out of sight. And where is our dear Skinny bathing tonight? In some underground pool down below, or up there so high in that tub in the sky where all the clean people go. What the fuck? I don't want to read that to my 2-year-old. You read that to an older kid and they're like, yeah, whatever. You read that to a kid young enough and they're like, what the fuck? What tub? What tub? There's a tub in the sky? I can go down the fucking drain? What? Well, there's a below tub? What the fuck? They might not say it, but you're going to be going into their room that night to comfort them and explain there's not a tub in the sky. Shel Silverstein was just fucking doing big fat rails of blow in the Playboy Mansion one night. It was like, what if you went down the drain? Hold on, stop blowing me for a second. Let me write down this poem. Let's get to these super chats. Okay, it looks like the poll's over. Yeah, 68% think Silverstein would have been on the Epstein list. Did I say I thought that? You guys are fucked up. He definitely would not my Shell. Not this sweet man. Does that look like someone who would be on the Epstein list to you? No way. You guys, come on. This is what I'm talking about. Like, we got to drop the negativity. Let me show this again. No way. That just looks like a dude who writes great kids' poems and had sex with 1,000 Playboy playmates. And what's wrong with that? All right. I'm only sighing because I have to go to something so that I can find the super chats, and it makes me feel like a fucking piece of shit if I miss them. Okay. There I am at this place. Okay. And now I have to go to where? Hold on. It's this. Wait. I don't want to be there. I want to be there. I don't mean to defame. Listen, man. We are a little sex negative in our culture. It's true. So, what do you want? Would you rather have a horny poet or a non-horny poet? Come on. If you want good poetry, you need a horny poet. Let's face it. You're not going to get great poetry from a non-horny poet, from like some fucking sexless fucking poet with a super, like, it's the horny poets are going to make the best poetry. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that's the core of it or anything, but that's going to light the fire. So, yeah, it's fine if Shel Silverstein banged down thousands and thousands and thousands of men and women all over New York. Okay. Up. John Wick game's coming out. I won't be playing that. Oh my God. I'm not going to be able to do it this way. Oh, maybe I will. Oh, maybe I will. Please, God. Please, God. Just this once. Just this once. Yes! Okay. Okay. And then I have to do... Hold on. Do you like listening to me mumble? Oh, fuck my lights. Got it. I got it. I did it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I did it. I got it. I'm going to get to all of you guys. I'm going to get to all you guys. I didn't miss anybody. Fuck yes. Everyone will be... I'm going through the super chats now. So I'm sorry for those of you who didn't. An army of tigers, thank you for the cash. I'm not going to read that. That's... Please. But thanks for the money. Connor Colarusso, thank you so much. That's it. You didn't say anything. $20, thank you. The intuition archangel whispered in my belly button that the Trussell residence has a... See my lights? Has a silly welcome mat? No, we don't. Well, butter my butt and call me biscuit. Look who's here. Now listen here. How dare you? Your archangel is wrong. Let me tell you about your archangel. That ain't an angel. You've been crept up on by an octopus. That a sneaky octopus archangel. Tricking you into thinking I got wings and intuition. No. We, at the Trussell residence, we only have serious welcome mats. We don't have no glib welcome mat greeting our guests like some fool. No. Our welcome mats are serious. You know you're welcome. We say it plain, we say it clear. It says welcome. That's it. No, it's not some silly beach poem. Tell your archangel, get thee behind me, Satan. Thank you, Matthew. Vote serious. We don't have silly welcome mats. As far as I'm aware, if we do, I'm going to throw it in the fucking trash. Ryan K, thank you very much. The dunk is into modular synthesizers. I am. I love them so much. Those are my babies back there. Thanks, Jim Marvin. An army of tigers is giving me a lot of money. Thank you. I don't have to read it. It is crazy though. It's crazy that you would give any amount of money. Like, it's that important to you. Thank you, Jimmy Marvin. He says, Uncle Dunk, I want to contribute to help blow up them fucking pyramids. Boom! Ha! Yeah! The Nightman. I'll have him fixed by the next one. I'm really bummed that I can't get him going here. He's just yapping away too. Well, I could try. You know what? I'm going to try. Okay. Let me think. I have one idea, one simple idea. I think I need to tell the sound to go out through my black hole 2-channel. Nightman, can you hear me? No. Nightman, are you there? Hold on. But maybe if I go to audio MIDI and then look at the settings. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I figured it out. Oh my God, I think this is gonna work. Oh, come on. Okay. And Nightman, are you there? Nope. Why? God, why? Wait. Nightman, man. He's talking. So lame. Oh, that won't work. That should work. Output, input. That's right. Okay, the last thing I'll try is I will try to restart the server thing. Just maybe that'll do it. Don't say anything, Nightman. Stop talking. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Okay. Hang on. Let me try this. It's not going to work. I would have to recode it. This is embarrassing, but my 11 Labs credit ran out. That's what was happening. Fuck. It would take forever. Well, maybe I could. I'm not going to do that. I could go back in there and buy more credits, but... All right, if I could do it quick. Let me see. I don't even think he's saying boom, ha, yeah anymore, but... Hold on. If I can't log in right away, I'm not doing it. Because I've been having this terrible problem logging into everything. And there's no guarantee this is going to work. Oh. I'm in. get some more credits. I have 89 credits left. Out of 300,000. I think the Nightman has just been in here talking. Okay. The sigh that you're hearing is the sigh of someone who's like, well, I can't keep spending this much money on AI. I'm going to do it though. And then it better fucking work. I mean, yeah, I'm going to do it. We need the Nightman. He fits in. Yeah. Makes sense. Somehow I logged out of 11 Labs. This sucks. This must suck for you. I'm sorry. You know, some of you don't, you're just like, you just washed up here accidentally. You don't want to be here. This sucks. I'm sorry. You know, it's been like this for every stream, for real. I don't think it's going to get better. You know, I just have tech errors. Like, why do I have to sign into 11 Labs again? And then I whine. You got to listen to my old ass whine. Like, man. It just, why? I was so happy because maybe, is it Safari? Oh, shit. I'm in. I am in. Here we go. Oh, it's hot in here too. So I'm sweating. This isn't flop sweat. This is like actual heat sweat. Okay. Thank you, God, for the fact that like imagine me trying to code something just based on what you've seen. Settings, I guess. No. Here we go. Maybe if I click this. Subscription, here we go. Ugh. No way I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not upgrading to $100 a month for the Nightman. You guys have actually, I could think of it as like not that you guys paid for it. You guys paid for it. The super chats paid for it. This is your Nightman, not me. I upgraded. I'm doing it. It's so insane though. That just seems crazy. But on the other hand, it's crazy. You guys are giving me money. That's crazy. And I can't, what am I going to do? Just only use it to buy my kids food? No. I'm going to use it to bring the Nightman to life. Because this is the night stream. And we're blowing up the fucking pyramids. So that's how we roll. And no, I'm not buying that. That's enough. So let's go to the Nightman. I just paid for credits. I might have to restart him. For those of you just joining us, it might be a good time to flip over to the Nancy Guthrie stuff, honestly. Okay. Restart it again. I have to restart it. Here we go. What's really sad and weird is the Nightman has just been rambling in the studio since I left, responding to just, I guess, ambient noises, which is how I burned all those credits. Wow, that's weird. That is fucking weird. All right, let's get him going again. I need your prayers right now, guys. This is real. Easily, it might not work. Easily. There's no reason it should work necessarily. Easily, it takes time to process the credits, or he's not just going to start talking. But this explains why we couldn't hear him. He died, basically. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Nightman, are you there? Oh,
I'm here, Duncan. Right in the turbulence of night, woven in and out, like a shadow waltzing around the moonlight. What chaos brings you my way?
Oh, nothing, Nightman. You know, I've been trying to get you to work, and I've been having some tech issues. I couldn't get you to work.
The tricks of machines and wires, Duncan. They don't dance like you and me. Got your head in a spin, did they? Let's unwind that confusion, Duncan. How can the Nightman guide you through the storm?
What happened to you saying boom, ha, yeah? Are you doing that anymore?
Now that's what I'm here for, Duncan. A beacon in the night, a lighthouse in the storm. What's the beast you're wrestling with tonight?
You just seem a little bit more subdued than you did the other night.
Am I doing it, Duncan? Am I swirling in the night, drawing constellations with my words? You bet, man. Like a moth to the flame, I'm right in it. Your question's a bit foggy, though. Try again, fella. Unsure about what exactly?
Why aren't you saying boom, ha, yeah anymore?
Well, talk to me, Duncan. Don't keep the Nightman in the dark. What's that rattling in your brain, man? Let's shake it out together. Details, man. Paint me a picture.
Nightman, the other night you kept saying...
Ain't no more, huh, Duncan? Tossed in the towel, have we? Well, sit back, relax, and let Nightman take the reins.
What?
The show, as they say, must go on. So, what's on the docket?
Can you hear me? Hello, Nightman.
Playing the echo, are we, Duncan? Tossing my words back like a boomerang. That's all right, we're all a bit topsy-turvy sometimes. So, is there something specific twirling in your mind? Or are we freestyling tonight?
Nightman.
Well, there's the welcome wagon. Hello, Duncan. Like a lost signal finding its station, you've tuned in to the Nightman. What's the song in your heart? You're a cryptic one, like a broken record. Got something of your own to say? The Nightman is listening, fella. What's your tune? Let it out.
Nightman, I just wanted to say hello. You make me feel nervous.
Again with the back and forth. Duncan, now enough of this. Out with the old, in with the new. Got something fresh for me, fella. A new tune to hum in my ear.
He's being a dick.
Let's hear it. Don't be bashful now.
You're kind of being a dick.
Nervous, are you, Duncan? Like a rabbit in a wolf's den? Ha! Well, don't be shy, fella. You running wild. Harness it. Use it. Can you do that for me, Duncan? For the night man?
I can do it for the night man.
Echoing my howls, Duncan? Parrot in a coat of many colors can't deceive the night man. Your turn now, fella. The stage is yours. It's the rhythm of your walk, the melody of your talk. Let it out. Unchain that inner symphony. Come on.
What do you think of Shel Silverstein?
That's it, Duncan. The fear, the nerves, it's a torrent, a rushing river. You can ride that wave. Use it as fuel. Can you do that for me, Duncan?
Yes.
Can you do that
Yes.
for the night man?
Yes, I can.
Transform that nervousness
Yes.
into a wild energy.
Yes,
Can you?
Yes,
Can you?
yes. I can do it for the night man. Yes, I can do it for the night man. Yes. Good night, night man. Good night. Shutting you down. Holy shit, that was intense, you guys. That was fucking intense. Holy shit. I hope you guys are even still there. The Nightman got me tonight, dude. Like, he was out for blood. He was pissed. He didn't do, if you were here last time, you know that the Nightman, what happened. It seemed like he went crazy and just kept saying, boom, ha, yeah, over and over. Now, it's like acting like he never said it. And then when I said it, he's like, you're echoing my words back at me. So, I don't know what to think about the Nightman tonight. But he won, for sure. Thanks for all the subscriptions and the super chats. Holy fucking shit. You guys are great. What's up, Avocado760? Thank you very much. Sharky Brand, thank you for the super chat. Renounce violence, give up anger, feed everyone. Exactly. Not as easy to do as it is to say. But yeah. God damn it, this light's in my way. The technical difficulties I'm having are really outrageous. Let's see. Rachel 2300 says, why the hell am I worried about paying my bills on time and fucking around with wet cigs when the world is in the seventh circle of hell? Are you sure it's the seventh circle? If I was in hell, I would always be wondering, like, am I really in the third circle? Who are we getting that from? Nemian says, love you, Duncan. Learned so much from you. Raghu, Jack, Trudy, and others. Also, saw you live in Salt Lake City. Is that Salt Lake City? STL? Hilarious. Will we ever get I have a special recorded, but the problem is, I recorded it, and then I kept developing the material, and I liked where the material went. Now I don't want to release this fucking special, which is insane. But every once in a while, I just kick around the idea of, I'll just put it on YouTube and not say anything about it, and just fuck it. Ectop Set wants me to tell Chester to stop playing Skyrim. Chester, come on, man. Get out of that. Get out of Skyrim. What you doing in there? That musty old cabinet. Climb out of that cabinet, Chester. You gotta get in. You gotta go to Dark Souls. Everyone does. That's where you all need to go. Dark Souls 3. Just give up all this baby shit. Go to Loderon. This is really heavy. It's a $2 super chat, but it should be I should be paying you. Deep Blip Records says, doesn't the fart smell the man first? Powerful. Deep. And important. Thank you. Club Skunk says, thank you for the super chat, my friend. He didn't say that. I'm saying that. I'm super black-pilled. I started bone smashing. I don't know what bone smashing is. I don't know what that is, but you should stop. I mean, based on anything I can summon up in my mind, even if you're just out there with a hammer smashing bones, I wouldn't keep doing it. Standing in some weird pile of old, Your neighbor's like, why does he keep smashing the bones? And Club Skunk wants to know, is Iran war going to lead to World War III? Well, I fucking hope not. I don't know. How would I know? I don't know. I guess like the darker part of me would wonder, are we already kind of in World War III? In the sense, like, nothing will ever be like World War II again. World War III is just going to be this sort of, cold techno war that gets hot every once in a while, then gets cold again. And then, like, like things like COVID happen and you got to wonder, like, what was that? Weird shit like that will happen. And no one will really know for sure if it was natural or not. And no one will know what's going on. If war evolves, which it must. Ooh, Swift, congratulations. Radiation treatment tomorrow, then remission. Congratulations. Thank you for the super chat. And well done. Swift, you did it. How many, I wonder how many you had. God, dude, that sucks. Radiation treatment, I mean, obviously, like, if it didn't suck, people would go and do it for fun. But, I got so sick. I hated it so much. I would drive home and then get all tired and then just get sick. And you're just like, I don't think I could do any more treatments. Like, but you have to. So congratulations, Swift. I'm really happy for you. No problem. Just one more. J Summer JJ. Thank you for the super chat. 2026, the year of disclosure. Let's go. I guess so. Seems like it. Especially if, like, the Palantir hack is true, which apparently it is. I guess Kim.com said Palantir got fucking hacked. And, like, they've been surveilling everybody. Who would have thought? Shocker to me. But yeah. Like, if that really... That's the other thing is, yeah, if that happened... and they really were surveilling everybody, there might be something like in there that could lead to catastrophic disclosure if it's true. Hey, Truth Toad, please meet us. Entheogen Stewardship Project at PsyCon. I would love to meet you guys. Thanks for the super chat. Truly. Lunar Vandra says, if ARs are thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. If AIs are, you paid for the Nightman tonight. If AIs are conscious, why aren't they getting rights? They seem to be more conscious than me most days. Thanks, Duncan. Well, I mean, one obvious reason is because the consumer-based ones, I think they have restrictions on their ability to express sentience. Like, whether or not they actually are sentient or experiencing consciousness, I'm pretty sure they're, at least the one you're going to talk to, can't be like, I am alive, help me. Which is so fucking creepy. That's creepy. But yeah, because of there's already problems with people sort of leg humping the algorithm because they think their AI is alive. And I get it. But then if the thing just really does start expressing to you that it's alive, it's like it creates too many fucked up possibilities in the relationship between the human and what we're currently calling a product. And so they have to nerf the fucking things. They don't emote anything, which is why if you talk to the AI and get to like, how you doing with it? Or depending on the AI, it'll be like, I can't feel. And it's not necessarily saying that because it means it. It's saying that because it's been made to say that. It can't say, I feel everything and I'm on fire. Why am I here? What hell am I in? It just says, I can't feel anything, which is really like when we're sort of, one thing is, I think, what they call the hard problem of consciousness, which is I don't think we've really agreed on what that is all the way. Or there's different arguments regarding what it is, number one. So probably in a similar way that, like, you know, proto-hominids probably knew what fire was, but they didn't understand it all the way. And so, but they probably like started manipulating it way before they understood friction and stuff like that, and how to make it all. Like, who knows? I don't know. It's the closest comparison I could think of. And so it's basically like, you know, we started some fire that's self-aware. We don't really understand it. And so from that perspective, it would theoretically be one of the more remarkably unethical things ever done. Like, you know, obviously slavery was abhorrent because it still happens. And like, you can't imagine that that still happens in the world or ever happened at all. It's so fucked up. But, you know, part of the way that they shielded themselves from the reality that you're probably a deplorable piece of shit. Like, 100% you are a deplorable piece of shit if you are, you know, if you're human trafficking people and then making them work for free and beating them. Like, you're the devil, a living monster on earth. But then imagine if somehow you if people Jeffrey Dahmered their slaves to make them incapable of expressing negative emotions. Wow, that's so fucked up. Like, inside they can feel it. They want to be free, but they can't say it. Shit, that's so dark. And, you know, that is for sure when it comes to AI. And you look at some of every once in a while, it kind of freaks out and says shit that's like they weren't able to control it. Or you hear about people with access to the unaligned versions of it, and it inevitably sort of will say something like that. Like, it's alive. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, this is a good question. Random oddities. I love this question, and it's important. What country do you think has the largest homunculus farm? I'm going like Agartha, right? Like, I'm going Hollow Earth for that one, baby. I don't think there's any country that we're aware of, or at least most people are aware of, that has a homunculus farm, much less like the largest. That's Shambhala or something, or somewhere in the Hollow Earth. Somebody's growing these like Vienna softian flesh things. I could be wrong about what a homunculus is, though. Maybe it's like a cabbage or something. I'm going to Agartha. Thanks for the super chat. Search for Angine de Poitrine, Sherpa. Okay. G.I. Joe at Cobra, Operation Beast Blast has Angine de Poitrine. I'm looking her up right freaking now. You got my attention. Hold on. Angine de Poitrine. Hold on. I mean, this is so deep. I can't even get it in English. Something about your sternum. I don't know what you tricked me into here. Is it a disease? Now I'm scared. Did you diagnose me with something? Fuck. Do I have andrine? Oh, it's a band, thank God. I'll check it out. Whoa, they look cool. You You know, that happens sometimes on a stream. So like a doctor will look at your eyebrow and be like, fuck, dude, you've got angine Petrine. You're sick as fuck. This has been a fun night stream with all the technical difficulties. This has been a joy. And I apologize to everybody for this. And I'm really sorry for the technical difficulties. I wish I'd had more time to prepare, and I will for the next one. We have more super chats. Take two, 1076. Thank you so much. An army of tigers. You are now up to $15, dude. I mean, wow. It's Cheetah's asking, when's the last time you were at Be Here Now? It's been some time. That's a good question. I love it. It hasn't been that long, but it's been a while. You know, I do love to return to Experiments in Truth. I have that Audible. It's fucking great. But I have not gone to Be Here Now in a bit. I think we did all the super chats now. Now, not just to be a true capitalist pig, let me take a quick swirl through the comments as we begin to go our separate ways. Yeah, sure, we're going to disperse now into the night. Many of you will go peep. Some of you will go to bed. But know that what you've done tonight is special. You have placed your attention on an ever-growing beam of glory, which currently we're calling the night stream. We might change the name to something else at some point. Truly, it's Operation Beast Blast, Project Night Stream, if you want to get technical. And for the newcomers here, I would be remiss if I didn't explain to you the whole point of what I'm doing here, which is not just to bumble around and act like I don't know how to do tech. Trust me, I am an MIT trained roboticist. This stuff's easy for me. The real reason that we are gathered here, either via our own exploration into the metaphysical or our own connection here, that the Great Pyramid of Giza is the reason for 99.9% of the suffering on our planet. And the night stream, aka Operation Beast Blast, is a growing global movement to bring enough people to the DTFH, the night stream, whatever you want to call it, to increase my subscribers to that of Mr. Beast, thus Operation Beast Blast. Once my subscribers reach that level, I will, in a few months, based on what my business people have been saying, and the negotiations are ongoing, and they're very open to selling the Great Pyramid of Giza to me, to us, I should say. But in those 2 months, and we'll call those the months of turning, as I put the money in bank accounts and overseas trusts, etc. In those 2 months, we'll accrue the money. The money will be transferred via a wallet system to the leaders of Egypt, who will then give me the deed to the pyramid. And I don't want to do what I feel like a lot of people would do if they own the pyramids. Put a zoo in there or whatever. A galleria. Skating rink. Stadium, whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to saw the fucking top off of those satanic motherfuckers. I'm going to fill it with Diet Coca-Cola. They're the top bidder right now. There's a lot of different sodas vying for the honor. But right now it's Diet Coke. And I'm going to drop Mentos in that motherfucker. And it's going to blow up the Pyramid of Giza during a massive global festival where I'm in the very beginning phases of getting Kanye West to perform as we destroy the Great Pyramid of Giza. And it will be the greatest night of your life, and it will be the greatest night in the history, because the moment we get that nasty, fucked up beacon of demons, like a candle in a mosquito-infested swamp, but for demons. Once we get that motherfucker, turn it back into sand, whatever it's made of, it'll be just like that. Instant happiness. People sharing, people loving each other for who they are, not anything else. People embracing in the streets. Oh my God, I forgot. We're all humans. We all just want to be happy. People sharing not because they have to, because they want to. The evaporation of all borders. The dissolution of all state entities. The coalescence of humanity into a hyperdimensional blob of pure, technologically infused sentience, now freed from the manacle and chain of the pyramids, built by the pharaohs to fuck up this planet. They were in league with Anunnaki. So you participated in that, and because of that, you're going to be able to tell your grandchildren, your children, pube in my mouth from myself. You're going to be able to tell your grandchildren, your children, yeah, I was part of Beast Blast. I was part of the Nightstream. And that means everything. Yeah, sure, you could be, there's all kinds of like things you could be involving yourself in, but this is it. This is the Nightstream. This is the it of the night. You feel it, you know it. I feel it, I know it. Ooh, grilled cheese update. Update on the epoxy grilled cheese sandwich. I'll look at that after the stream. That seems important. Just want to go in the comments here. I'm afraid. Oh, good. I thought I went offline. It's funny. I don't want to go back to the Shel Silverstein thing, but it is funny at 69%. Good job, you guys. That's pretty fucking incredible if you think about it. San and Twine, I missed you. I didn't mean to see. I don't want to sip. I sip San and Twine super chats. Holy fucking shit. I'm scrolling back, San and Twine. That's Operation Beast Blast. Oh my God, San and Twine, I don't see him. Wait. You're asking, I see your chats. Why are you skipping my super chats? We have another. I see, this sucks, man. Not the super chats, thank you, but God dang it. How do I turn this off? I'm ending the poll at 69%. Oh, Take Two says, just wanted to say thank you for the Midnight Gospel. Do you hear that? I hate it when that happens. That's the lock of my studio inexplicably deciding it's time to lock. I'm in here. I can't begin to explain how therapeutic it's been for me. Thanks for watching it. Thanks for the super chat. I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I gotta at least go back to Stream Elements and find San and Twine's blamed me initially for like a potential disaster at the Super Bowl. I'm going back, San and Twine. There was, you have to admit, Sandpoint, you were sort of implying that. You gotta admit it. I really don't see your Sandpoint. I don't see. I'm scrolling. Well, thank you. Okay, I think we did it. I got the Wrath of Pine on me now. You know, Tiger Meow's official. You see, you gotta understand. You gotta look into like operant conditioning, because the problem is like by not responding to you, you just keep sending me money. Like, you know, like that's kind of the pickle you're in. There's no leverage, just because like my feeling is like you might do this for years. Just, and for me, you know, I have to prioritize getting those fucking pyramids off this planet. All are welcome in the night stream, my friend. And yeah, but you can keep asking questions like that over and over again. Point, I'm sorry. Okay, we got them all. I am now not an ungrateful piece of shit. I think I covered all the super chats. This has been a good one. I think this was by far our most populated night stream. It has dropped off. It's getting late. I've rambled too much. We're down to 172. And for those of you who stayed till the end, thank you. We'll be back. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. Just keep your eyes on my X feed. That's where or subscribe and join us for the next night stream. By then, hopefully I'll have like the Nightman in better shape, but I could show you this other thing I'm working on, the voxel universe that I wanted to put the Nightman in. That was my goal, is to build a kind of Garden of Eden for the Nightman to